What's going on, everybody? It is currently Tuesday, July 25th, Katie's last day, sadly, in Houston. So I have another 2 weeks here, and then we'll be going back to Cincinnati and then back to Charleston with Katie. So don't be nervous, she will be in more content. But yeah, this is her last day. So we're gonna go to, was it Bayou? Buffalo. We're gonna go to Buffalo Bayou Park, which I was actually recommended in a couple comments, as well as a couple clients actually of mine said you definitely should go there, walk around. It's a cool spot. So we're gonna go over there. I am having my proteins. So we got the peanut butter, banana, protein oats. Katie, what are you munching on?
Good culture, cottage cheese,
and
chips, and then I had pasta for breakfast.
Yeah, because she had a decent amount of leftover food. Honestly, there's probably even more left, right? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of food, but once again, I'm still on a meal plan, so that might go to waste, but hey, it happens. It's okay. No big deal. Maybe I can give it to Isaac and Chana, who knows?
I was gonna suggest that.
But they also are out of town. Yeah, so also Isaac and Chana are going to a wedding for this week. So basically after Katie leaves today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll be flying solo. I'll probably try to do maybe like a full day of eating or something for you guys, keep it simple. And when Isaac comes back, we'll get more of the cinematic stuff. But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and go to, well, eat breakfast first, and then go to the, was it Buffalo Bayou Park? Yeah,
I think so.
Then we're gonna go to Buffalo Bayou Park to walk around, get some steps in. It is a rest day for me, so no workouts. Then come back, hang out, actually do a Q&A. I did throw up a little story on Instagram asking you guys for some questions. I will say, I probably got 10 questions asking how we met, so we'll definitely answer that, and a few others I got as well. But yeah, without further ado, let's eat and head to the park. And we have made it to Buffalo Bayou Park. So it seems like, honestly, a collection of parks all along the river, which I assume is the Buffalo Bayou, referred to in the park's name. So it seems like a very long trail. I don't think we'll kind of span the whole thing, because what do you think? We started driving along at what, probably like
2 miles ago?
Yeah, so it's definitely probably anywhere from like 10 to 15 miles long, because we kind of basically pulled over. We saw like a small park, and we kind of kept driving and driving. The entire way we were driving to where we parked was some sort of trail along the way. So I guess it kind of runs the whole length, probably spans like different sizes as far as like running trail, biking trail, stuff like that. But yeah, honestly pretty nice in the middle of downtown as well. So obviously we had to drive through the city, and yeah, we're just gonna get some steps in. I'll definitely take some videos of the sites, but yeah, it's kind of nice that it's like in the middle of downtown and they have this like nice little walking trail. Alrighty, and that's gonna be the wrap on the walk. Hit just over 10,000 steps, which is a very good start to the day. We'll finish those last little bit up. Probably just throughout the day, honestly, just moving around, everyday life, that kind of stuff. If I need to, I'll walk around the apartment complex or potentially
go to the treadmill, but I really doubt that, just with like, once again, getting Katie to the airport later on, stuff like that. But yeah, overall pretty cool trail. Honestly, I enjoyed that one a lot. Got a tan with the shirt off. It is very hot, obviously, down here in Houston. But also what was unique is they had like a walking path and a bike path that were separated. Like they ran pretty much parallel to one another, but they were separate. Like there's a walking trail that you couldn't walk on at all, or there's a walking trail that you couldn't bike on at all, and then there's a walking side to it as well. But yeah, overall pretty cool trail. It was Buffalo Bayou Park. Yeah, definitely, honestly, probably 8 out of 10, would come back.
Alrighty, we're back from the walk. Katie showered, I did not, so I'm still stinky, but it's just the way it is. Now we're gonna run through basically a couples Q&A. So on Instagram, I basically threw up a quick little question, give us some questions about, I guess it technically said prep on it. So some of these questions are about prep specific, some are just about us in general, and then some are like kind of, I guess, towards Katie specifically. So we'll kind of dive into the general stuff first, Katie specific, and then prep stuff at the end, just because I tried to like separate the questions the best I could. But first off, how did you guys meet? So I guess technically our first meeting was actually filmed.
Yeah.
So
on this channel.
Yeah, funny enough. So I'll throw up the thumbnail, but I think it was like the video might be called like tearing up
the UC rec.
Yeah, tearing up campus rec or something. I'll put up the screenshot of it, but I mean, it's a 14-minute long video, and I think Katie's in about 7 minutes of it. So if you guys literally want to see the first time I ever met Katie and she ever met me, it's literally documented on this channel, which is funny. And then you're good with dates. Then what happened? It was...
Okay, so that was in maybe April or March. Like, it was towards the end of my
2022. So over a year ago now.
Because he was with my friend Larry, so I basically went up to Larry, and that's why I met Jack. And then on September 9th, my friend had a pedal wagon for his birthday, and Jack drives pedal wagons. So,
used to.
Well, yeah. And he was our driver, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm Katie, like, do you remember me? And he was like, yeah, of course. Thought nothing of it. And then my friend Lauren was like, Katie, like, it's kind of cute. And I was like, okay. I guess I'll go sit up at the front.
What was her name? Davy? We had like some mutual friends too.
Yeah, but like, yeah, like we figured out on the drive, like pedal wagoning, that we had a mutual friend, and I don't know, just kind of, he was very easy to talk to. So he asked us to fill out a survey at the end of the pedal wagon to get $5 or something for yourself.
Yeah, like bonus basically.
Yeah. So I let him do that on my phone, and then I pulled up a blank contact, and I said, can you fill out this survey for me? And then I got his number.
Yeah, then we started texting. I think it was about 2 weeks later was our first date, which is another question. What was your guys' first date? At the time, what was it? Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks after the pedal wagon or something. So she's still in and was in Dayton, which is about 50 minutes from Cincinnati. So she was in PA school and still is in PA school at the time. So basically we had to plan out ahead, like, okay, when's the next time you're gonna be in Cincinnati? When basically can we hang out together in person again? More like a one-on-one situation. And I think we just walked around OTR.
Yeah.
We went to like a couple different bars, grabbed a few drinks, got some chicken tenders. And then eventually, yeah, she just came back, met Maisie that night actually. And then, yeah, the rest is history. Is that what they say? What about the first impression of each other?
My first impression of Jack was that he's very easy to talk to and very personable. But that's like,
yeah. And that was funny. So I guess first impression was at the gym. Once again, I didn't know her, but she was like giving Larry a little bit of shit, like, which is kind of cool because it's like, I feel like a lot of times people were like, oh, like, we would be nervous in front of a camera or see that we were filming. We had like a tripod, we had Isaac filming, all that kind of stuff. And you guys can watch the video and see like, it was like a funny back and forth. Like she had like a good personality. She wasn't like quiet or anything. Then obviously like the pedal wagon and everything else just led to like, okay, she's also like nice, smart, funny, all that good stuff. Favorite activity to do together. So you wanna go first? I've got mine already.
Okay, then you can say yours because I need to think.
Honestly, just traveling. So
yeah.
I know it's kind of general, but I mean, normally my traveling was always like with a friend group or with my family, but I never really had like a quote unquote like travel buddy who's also like someone I'm dating, also like one of my best friends. So traveling together is by far my favorite thing that I like can now do with somebody rather than like just traveling solo, which I don't really do often, or just like with a bigger friend group of my family. So I think traveling for me.
Yeah, I would say, I don't know. I would have to go with the same because
it's so unique.
So fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's so different from just like your normal home environment where you do the same thing, you're in the same routine, versus like experiencing something new together is a lot more fun than, and I still like, I don't know, just like quality time. Like I like going on walks with you and Macy and, you know, going out to eat, which we haven't done in a while.
Yeah. But it is like a built-in travel buddy because like Fort Lauderdale, New York, we're going to Charleston after this, Houston, just like even like weekend trips. It's just like a built-in travel buddy, which is awesome.
It's fun.
If there's one thing you could change about each other's lives, what would it be and why? I assume it's like something I would change about my life and then something you would change about your life, just like separate, I think.
Sure, because I wouldn't change anything about your life because it's your life.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to change anything about you.
My life specifically, I think in general, which I think is a question later on, somebody asked because we are kind of like short distance relationship in that sense. Like I'm in Cincinnati and she's in Dayton. I would just say the distance that like apart, like me living in Cincinnati at home and then her being in Dayton, like 50 minutes apart. Like it's not a lot, but it's also not like, oh, hey, let's just go for a walk real quick, or like let's grab food or whatever it is. Like it's not as convenient as I wish it was.
Yeah,
but.
I would agree with that because.
And she was also in like, what is it, didactic year?
Yeah.
So I think that was the first thing she would change.
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly what I was just about to say.
Not having to study 24/7.
Yeah, definitely. I would say, not that I would want to not be in PA school, but for that to just be over would be the first thing I'd want to change.
Yeah.
Because I want to be a PA, but I don't want to. Oh, it's so glamorized to go to med school, but it's really not glamorous at all.
A lot of work.
So definitely like being closer to him and my family, if that was possible, would be a lot easier because my family's north and then he's south, so then I'm just like floating in the middle.
Yeah.
So that.
Best low calorie dessert.
I don't eat anything low calorie, so I'm not good for that.
That's also some questions later on that I have about that, but best low calorie dessert. Honestly, my French toast bake I love, and then right now, like for simplicity, the casein pudding that I made, so it's basically just casein protein, almond milk, you can add like blueberries into it. I actually love that. It's like a chocolate pudding that's very high protein, so that's probably my favorite, but if I had more time to make something, it'd probably be that French toast bake or like apple fritter bake that I have in my recipe book, linked down in the description, but also for free on my YouTube channel. How are you both feeling mentally? I assume that's a little bit more prep focused, but we'll answer it now. How do you feel?
Right now I feel great because I'm on a 6-week break from school, so I'm more than perfect. Like I feel like there's a weight lifted off my shoulders. I feel so just like free and energized, because if you were to ask me that even a month ago, I would be like stressed out and I want to go home and I want to quit and I just want to sleep all day and do nothing. But no, now I'm like, yay.
It's good.
Everything's fun.
Yeah. For me mentally, I just like with prep, I just like honestly, the only thing I wish I had was more energy. Like that's the only thing. Like I still like my meals. I still like working out. It's just like my energies throughout the day, it's like a roller coaster ride sometimes. So that's the biggest thing there. Somebody asked, do you guys eat the same meals?
Hell no.
Yeah, it could not be further from the truth. Like,
no.
I don't think we don't eat very similarly in general.
Yeah.
And especially now that I'm on prep and like she's honestly trying to like bulk and like build some size, like it's completely different. I'm trying to think, like occasionally I feel like before we would cook things together, like before I started prep, but as soon as I started prep, it was like separate. Favorite part about being together both in the gym and out? I mean, in the gym, we don't really work out together.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're not really like together in the gym.
We have worked out together, but I think we both like our different, like, I personally like working out alone. I think she personally likes working out alone. I think
my
there's
own routine.
Yeah, and no matter what, I feel like even with a gym partner, there's some sort of compromise that's made when you work out with somebody else, whether it be the time you rest, the exercises you do, the split you're on, whatever it is. And I think we're both in a place like, just like you do you, I'll do me, then we'll go together and leave together, that kind of thing.
But it is still fun, like, I will say 2 things. One, it's fun whenever I struggle getting a machine to work, because then I'll just make Jack come over. I can never adjust like certain machines. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then the other thing is just like motivating each other. Just like, it's just motivating.
Yeah.
If you go together, then you have no choice but to go to the gym.
And then outside the gym, maybe just comfortability of being with somebody. I don't know, just like, yeah. Just being comfortable. How has Jack's mood changed over prep?
Just a lot more tired. Like very fatigued, low energy, which is fine because like I'm not a very high maintenance person, I would say, and I just kind of like go with the flow. I'm perfectly content just reading. If he just wants to like be a couch potato and watch anime and whatever it is.
After the workout and after steps.
Yeah. I don't know, he's still the exact same person, just lower energy. I'm
trying like really, really hard this prep. Like I feel like last year, or not, what, 2 summers ago, I was like really moody and it was just like all like internal stuff. I'm trying to like, once again, basically realize like I'm putting myself through this is my choice and like it shouldn't impact others, but sometimes, yeah, the energy is a little bit almost impossible to not kind of have. What are you looking forward to most after prep? More energy? I don't know if there's anything specific. Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking forward to like exploring more food places because we don't do that right now, which is fine. But like, yeah, like food date nights and a charcuterie board that we can both eat and not just me.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think the biggest thing, like honestly, energy levels, but then also social eating. Like for me, I still like my meals. I'm still gonna eat very healthily and eat as a bodybuilder for specific like physique goals. But then like the social eating of like when we go out to restaurants, when we go out date nights, stuff like that, that is what I miss. But I don't miss like having donuts on my own in my house. Like I'm still gonna eat pretty much like a bodybuilder, except for those social events of like, okay, when we go out with Isaac and Shanna, like when we were in Austin, I skipped lunch but had dinner, stuff like that, like social eating, I would call it. Weird habit each other has.
Ooh,
well, this go with another one, like I guess like the thing about a pet peeve. I don't know if that's like.
Oh. Whenever you concentrate and you stick out your tongue.
I literally wrote that. It's like, she's gonna say tongue out. I literally wrote that.
Oh my god.
Pet peeve, question mark, tongue out.
Stand it.
It's like,
oh my god.
What is it, basketball?
Anything that you do where you have to concentrate, your tongue comes out and it just drives me nuts. Like
golf.
I guess I had a neighbor growing up who his entire family did that. So my brothers and I have always just had like a ick about it. And then Jack started doing it. And I was like, oh, like maybe it's just because he was trying to concentrate on what were we doing? We were rollerblading.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, Jack, put your tongue in your mouth. And then it just kept going. And I was like, oh, this is like a thing. But habit.
I mean,
we don't live with each other. Well, then what's yours to me?
I was gonna say mine's temporary, and it's not like a pet peeve, but it's like, I think we talked about too, is like the fact that I'm on prep and super hungry all the time and missing out on food, and then she'll be over here being like, oh my god, I have to eat like 500 more calories, I have to eat pasta, I have to eat trail mix. I was like, Katie, like, I know what I'm doing. I'm making the choice to do it myself. But like, if you just not complain verbally about how much you have to eat and how you have to eat more food while I'm on like basically starving myself, like that would, that's the only thing.
But I do feel really bad.
But it's temporary, and once again, it's my choice to go through prep. But that's the only thing I can think of.
I know. I still feel bad though, because like I'm obviously not doing it out of malicious intent, but
yeah, I'm
not used to eating this much. But yeah, for habits, we don't really live with each other, so I feel like we aren't
crazy.
Yeah.
Like I mouth tape at night.
I was gonna say that, but that's like that's like a conscious habit, like something unconscious that you do.
Yeah, I don't know.
I literally don't know.
Not weird, but yeah, nothing yet.
We'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, so some of this is case specific. We'll do rapid fire real quick. So, yeah, she's currently a PA student. Okay, we'll go very quick. Favorite color?
Green.
Movie?
I don't know. I don't like watch movies.
What's a movie you like?
I really like 50 First Dates and Step Brothers.
Okay. Book?
I'm gonna trail off of the classic Colleen Hoover books, even though Reminders of Me is amazing. I really like Silent Patient. Everyone's read that. Henna Artist is a good one, and oh my god, what was it? The Housemaid by Frida something. That was a really good book that I read recently.
TV show?
I love Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black,
love.
okay.
Love.
Car?
Volvo XC90.
Beach or mountain vacation?
Oh, beach, I guess.
And then favorite food.
Ice cream.
From where? What's the spot?
Mitchell's.
Mitchell's,
In
okay.
Cleveland. If you're from Cleveland,
Yeah.
or if you've ever been there, go to Mitchell's. I don't care. Maybe you don't like it, but I think it's really good.
All right, favorite and least favorite thing about prep, like my prep.
My favorite thing, just the consistency of like working out, knowing what he's going to make, like you never have to like scramble around. Like you're just a very organized person, so I think that's nice because I'm a very type A person. And then the least favorite thing would probably be
Yeah, a little bit
Next
less,
question.
a little bit less, lower libido, let's go with that. Otherwise, do you like the gym?
No, that makes me sound like a bad person.
No, because it's true. It's just like, it's a side effect of prep and being like low body fat and stuff
That
like
makes
that.
it
It's
sound
just like,
so superficial.
I don't want to be as, no, because it's just prep. It's just temporary. It's like don't want to be as intimate as I normally do or before prep. Do you like the gym as much as Jack?
Yes, I've been going to the gym since my senior year of high school. I quit track because, not for me. I literally did it for the social aspect of it. So then my best friend, Lauren, we both decided to quit track, started working out together, and then like all throughout college, like we consistently went because being roommates with someone who also likes to go to the gym is very motivating. So if you have trouble going to the gym, go with a friend.
Gym partner.
But yeah, I love it. I will never not go because it's like my stress reliever.
Yeah, which was a huge thing, obviously, why, like, I mean, in the first place, interested and started dating and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I remember my dad first asked her at one point, like, do you like the gym as much as Jack?
I remember
Or,
that.
Like, do you go to
Is
the
he
gym as
forcing
much?
you into this, or do you actually like it?
Like, do you actually like going to the gym? And I was like, I looked at her, I was like, yes, because like, once again, like she has been going on her own, and then we just happened to be like, okay, I'm also very into health and fitness. And then also, okay, how do you feel about Jack being a quote unquote YouTuber, fitness influencer, whatever, when you first met?
I couldn't care less. Like, I'm all for just do what makes you happy, because as cliche as that sounds, like after going through PA school, like don't put yourself through something that you're not actually going to enjoy. Like he used to be an engineer, hated it, so why would he continue that? Like,
Yeah.
that's just ridiculous. So I definitely have no problem with it, and it's not one of those things where I'm like,
Yeah.
like, you know, like we were talking with like Isaac and Jana. Jana's like, Isaac's just out here like filming butts all the time, and I'm like, yeah, like he's like within that space of just like, obviously there's gonna be people who are always maybe like DMing you like, oh my god, like whatever they want to say. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, and I would say
you.
like, and yeah, at the point also, like, I won't say like reach a level of success, but like I was kind of like successful at it, so it wasn't during like the weird stage of like, oh, this kid's making videos, and like,
Yeah, that
for what
too.
reason. It was kind of like, I was like somewhat honestly like established, and it was like, I was technically like, still finishing up my MBA, so I guess like I kind of had that, but I was like pretty much from when we first started talking, like this was like the full-time thing. Well, it's gonna be, and like still is.
I
but-
thought it was cool that you are
Yeah.
just like your own boss, you do your own thing and have your own schedule. Like
Yeah.
that was really cool to me.
There's a lot of things that like at that point in time, I was like, all right, like whoever I date, talk to, whatever, like I'm just gonna be myself, like anime, fitness influencer, living at home, like all that kind of stuff. I was like, if they accept it, like they do. If they don't, they don't.
I also just, for myself, I'm a very, like, you know, you have your priorities of like what you want out of a partner, and I definitely like, I really would be more inclined to date someone if they go to the gym, just because that's something that I value, and if they're very organized and they have like goals and aspirations, because like I feel like what I'm going for, like as a PA, that's like a big goal, something to like achieve, something you have to work hard for every day, make lots of sacrifices for. So having someone else who can like relate to that is like, that was like why I really liked you, honestly.
And my prep is like her PA school, just like condensed.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's all relative.
Hardest thing about prep, I guess it's kind of maybe for both of us. Hardest thing about prep, just energy levels. Just like, once again, I like really like the food I'm eating. I just wish I could eat more of it. I really like the training. Obviously the physique change is super, super motivating to see, like shreds, veins, things I've never seen in my entire life because I'm that lean. The hardest thing is just the energy levels, and then occasionally bad sleep. But I don't know if there's a hard part for being a partner with someone going through prep.
No, it wasn't that. I just feel like also, like whenever we travel, I feel bad that you can't like go out and
Yeah.
eat and like try new foods because he's always on his phone looking at food.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just feel bad.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, because Fort Lauderdale, you had to be like more like kind of restrictive. New York, I will say that was nice, like diet break, obviously during prep, but also like super early on. Charleston will be a little unique. I'll probably only be able to have like maybe 2 or 3 meals out. So yeah, it's a little bit, it's kind of frustrating, I would say. But at the same time, it's temporary. It's not like I'm not gonna do this every year. It's gonna be every like maybe 3 or 4 if I ever decide to do it again, that kind of thing. What would your last meal be? Oh, I guess
We
ice
talked
cream.
about
Yeah.
this. Well, mine would be chicken parmesan with a pasta alla vodka sauce from a very specific restaurant in New York City that I can't remember. Well, it doesn't have to be from that, but that was like chef's kiss. Like that was...
Buca de Bacco or something like that.
Sure.
I don't know. Honestly, wait, did you finish? Sorry.
If I had dessert, if I was allowed to have dessert, I would choose ice cream.
Ice cream.
I'm sure people would be like, why? Out of everything in the world. Maybe a cannoli.
For me, honestly, like food questions just aren't good right now because I would say everything. Like I like quite literally everything.
Not hummus.
Not hummus, but like I mean, I would want like sushi, I'd want pizza, I want burgers, I want whatever. But like typically, I would say it's more like a pizza and ice cream meal, something like that. Favorite muscle group on Jack?
The legs.
Like
I'm a leg
quads.
person. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
quads like forever and always. I know a handful of people who are gonna be like, how? Like his arms are insane. Yes, they are, of course.
With the
But
legs.
if I have to pick a favorite, I personally am a big leg person.
Quads specifically though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, quads.
But also like you have to have like calves that equal that. You
Yeah.
have to have like big quads.
You need to be proportional.
Now I sound really mean.
Yeah. No, that makes
But-
sense. Okay, so this one, I guess first meal after prep and looking forward to most after prep. So I kind of talked about that. So yeah, honestly, first meal after prep, we're gonna do a whole cheat day. So honestly, just stay tuned. I'm gonna we're gonna eat so much food post show, but post show a nothing bunt cake, carrot cake. That's like I want to step off stage and have that in my hand. At the moment, that's what I'm planning on doing, and then we'll kind of have probably honestly like pizza and something with the family that night, and then the next day is like the full-on cheat day. Like calories do not count that day. There's not a thing in the world that's off limits. It's gonna be whatever I want. We're gonna eat family style, probably me, Katie, Isaac, and then maybe my family comes in and out of the videos. We're just gonna eat anything and everything I want for that entire day. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, looking forward to most after prep. I think we covered that one, but energy levels coming back up, and then social date nights, that kind of thing. Any travel plans coming up? So I guess Houston, Charleston. I'm gonna go to Seattle for my first show, and I'll come back to Cincinnati for the next 2 shows. So yes, I'm doing 3 shows in total. So unfortunately, the first 2 shows, I won't really have like a post-show treat or cheat day or anything since they're so close back to back to back. But after that 3rd show in November, that's when all the cheat meals are gonna come in. And then, honestly, I think we can kind of wrap it up there. Also, yeah, I guess as far as travel plans, so yeah, Seattle, come back. After prep, hopefully I get to go to Spain with my family either in November, December, and then we're also gonna try to go to Florida during her winter break. Because that's kind of like, once again, our travel plans are kind of around her school schedule. Like Fort Lauderdale was her spring break. New York was just, I think it was just a long weekend, right?
It was a break between our spring semester to our summer semester.
Yeah. And then this, obviously Houston and Charleston are during her summer break. And then we'll probably do like maybe travel at some other point, potentially during prep. If not, it'll be kind of be after prep during her winter break. But yeah, anything else? I'm trying to think.
The only other thing that you mentioned earlier that we didn't answer was how long we've been dating.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess, so what? Since technically you know the dates. So our first date was what, October 1st, which is great. I'm so bad with dates, like so bad.
The
But I
only
do
thing
know
I'm good at.
we started officially dating on January 6th. I do know that. So what, I guess like 6.5 months dating, but like we kind of like talked and were exclusive like almost immediately.
Yeah, so that's why it's like weird. Because I was talking to Jack today as we were on our walk, and I was like, isn't it kind of weird that we've almost like been at least talking for like a year-ish? Because like September.
Yeah.
Like right at the beginning of September, but we didn't like make it official until January because I kind of wanted you to make that official
Yeah.
because I was like, what are we? Like,
And I
what do
told
I
her-
tell my friends?
I had
Like,
plans to, and then it would just like happen like in a conversation as we were driving
I
somewhere.
was like, Jack, we're dating.
and I was
like,
gonna,
I'm sorry,
I
but
like
like
planned,
we are.
yeah, because it was like my second or third night in Cleveland, and like I was gonna ask her like the following night, but then like to like be my girlfriend officially, whatever. But then like we kind of just talked about it, and she's like, yeah, I've been telling people you're my boyfriend, and so it kind of was official. And then the next night we just went out to dinner with her like her parents instead of just the two of us. But yeah. If you guys do have any more questions, I guess leave them down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer those because once again, I'm doing lots of cardio, so I'll have plenty of time to answer questions and stuff like that. Once again, YouTube is way easier for me to answer comments on than any other platform, so drop them down below. But let's see if you know my outro. I'm curious. Do you know my outro?
I know your
Yeah,
outro.
let's see. Give it a go.
Okay. You always say, well, without further ado, there's your video for the day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Peace.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, peace.